So today I am all about challenging some of you out there, probably a lot of you. I don't think intelligence is getting noticed enough. Like, I just feel that people keep always talking about, oh my gosh, he's tall. Like, at the end of the day, who gives a shit? Like, honestly, that doesn't matter. I truly have, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, and sometimes you need to hear something over and over again, but like the whole like your type and you want a guy that's tall and whatever, has hair and whatever it is, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But one thing that really does matter, there's a whole bunch of things that matters, right? But today's episode is all about intelligence. Like, intelligence is hot. It is, and if you don't think intelligence is hot, like, well, wait a second. We need to like really think about this, because, I have talked to people that are just not capable of having any meaningful conversation. And it's just like draining. It just drains my energy. And I'm thinking, why am I even talking to this person? And it's not to be like condescending. It's not to be like, I am better than everybody. It's like, it's not like that either. It's like, if and I'm talking about when you're dating, right? When you are putting yourself out there and you're talking to people and they are not actually providing like some kind of stimulating conversation, right? It's like, well, what are you doing? Are you just focused on how hot they are and you're just like leaning into that? But if you're looking for a partner to do your entire life with, right? It's like, I would imagine you would want to have meaningful conversations. Talk about, oh my God, you're into certain movies and TV shows or books that you're reading. And he would be like, what book are you reading? Oh my God, I want to read it too. And, or listening to, or whatever, conferences that you're going to. Let me tell you, when I was with Will in the beginning, when we first started dating, that's one of the things that first got my attention, is that he went to MIT. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's cool. That's awesome. Like, my mom used to want me to go to MIT, and I never ended up going. That just wasn't my thing. But I'm like, oh, this is cool that this guy went to MIT. And I didn't even believe him. It was so funny. He was like, I'm like, no, you didn't. And he's like, yeah, I did. He shows me his like beaver ring. That's like, that's the mascot of MIT. Anyway, he had it on. And I seriously remember thinking, okay, on my list, I had like someone that's intelligent, because I had dated really dumb guys and I was just like, not with it, you're not feeling it. I was kind of over it, I feel like you go through a phase of dating like the bad boys, and, I've dated my share of like musicians, and, I love musicians. Musicians are really, can be so brilliant. So that's not to say musicians are not intelligent. And by the way, if you see my office, I have a piano and guitars, and like, I'm a musician. But, I also like love the aspect of those musicians that are like more on the loser side. Like, that was like, they would just couch surf everywhere. Like, they wouldn't even have a home and things like that, right? I got to a place in my life where I was like, stability, that's sexy. Like, oh my God, someone has drive. Someone has like, oh my God, a job. Someone has their shit together. That's attractive, And I feel like, let's give that credit it deserves, like put that on the top of your list instead of how freaking tall he is. That does not matter, right? It doesn't matter, so, and that being said, just to be clear, because it would sound hypocritical, my husband is tall. But I promise you, that was never my thing. It never was. My dad is short, and I've always liked short guys. Always. I've dated so many short guys, and it never came into my head of like, oh, he's short. Oh my God, he's hot. He's tall. That's hot. I never, ever thought like that. I really didn't. And it's so interesting how many women I talk to and I work with, and it's so in their head that they have to be tall. Like, so, I think it's like all the freaking movies and all the shit. And, I'm Latina. So also in my culture, the Latin culture, there's a lot of guys that are short. Like, that's just how it is. It's not to say all Latin guys are short, but I'm just used to it. And they're so attractive, by the way. And so I just feel like, don't limit yourself, right? And like, just question yourself, call yourself out on it. How many times do you go somewhere and you don't even bother to think, oh my gosh, are they intelligent? Or can I have a conversation with them? You're just drawn to the superficial things that don't matter. I just did an episode. The last episode was about chemistry, and that's so important. But height does not define chemistry. Like, that doesn't matter. What I find so much more attractive and like, oh my gosh, like, this is freaking getting hot. It's like when I can have a conversation with Will and he's like reading books and he's like, oh, I love this. And I'm just that is freaking sexy. Like, a smart man that not only is he smart, but he has a growth mindset. Like, that's freaking huge. Oh my God. And then he's emotionally intelligent. Okay, like, talk dirty to me. Like, this is getting crazy. No, but like, seriously, guys who are listening to this right now, like, please lean into this, because I am so much about this message with the women I work with. Like, I am truly on a mission. It's like a movement. I'm like, ladies, oh my God, there's so many amazing men out there that are freaking intelligent, emotionally intelligent. They're reading, they're like challenging themselves, they're listening, they're sensitive. This is hot. This is sexy. Like, where, like, leave space to connect with them. And you're going to miss these amazing good men if you are like, oh my God, he's so tall, dark, and handsome. Fuck that. Like, seriously, no. Like, if you are still single, if you are like, okay, one more breakup, another toxic relationship, another situationship that goes nowhere, you need to call yourself out. I am calling you out. What is your part in it? Right? And so also, if you're listening to this and you feel like, yeah, I haven't been given an opportunity, okay, I don't want you to also wear that victim hat. Like, I want you to just keep being you authentically and also remain positive and understand that your path will cross your person's path. You keep showing up as you with a positive mindset. Don't freaking be jaded and be like, everybody likes these type of people and not me, so fuck it. Like, I'm not even gonna bother. Like, I want you to like challenge that too. I want you to understand that I'm on a mission to make people really understand that they're in their own way. Women that are like only talking to tall guys, you're in your own way. That's a limiting belief. No. Guys who are really smart and say, oh, or the good guys always end last or whatever, get that shit out of your head too. It's like, it goes both ways. Like, everyone's in their own way. So if we start to just, own it and be like, oh shit, I've been in my own way. Okay, like 100%. Like, maybe if you are one of the good guys and the smart guys and the emotionally mature and growth mindset, and you keep seeing all the women talking to the tall guys, yeah, that's not your person. Bye. Keep going. Keep staying positive. Because I know so many women that I am working with that they're looking for a guy like you. So don't give up. And that's something that I want to do too, that I think I need to do. Like, I'll mention it now because why not? It's just like flowing out of me. But Valentine's is coming up. I've talked to a lot of the women I work with, and I'm saying, oh my God, there's so many guys too in this community that are really being intentional and want to find a woman that they can actually have conversations with and really connect and find a partner. So I'm like, okay, why don't we connect, right? Why can't I connect you guys? So like, that being said, I'm like, as I'm talking about this, I'm going to drop a link. I'm going to drop a link in the show notes. And if you are truly interested in you're genuine and you're saying, I am ready for a real, loving, serious relationship, click the link below, okay? Fill it out. There's just a few questions, and I will see, oh my gosh, what can I do? How can I be the little Cupid in your life? Maybe there is someone near you. Like, I'll ask where you are in the world. Maybe I have a client in your area, or I know some, and let me, because it's so beautiful when you have like-minded people in a community, right? And you may be really ready to share your life, but you haven't found it. And I'm like, okay, well, you're doing dating apps. Maybe you're going out in real life and doing things, and you're listening to this podcast. And I go, you know what? Maybe I can actually do something else. Like, how can I over deliver and show up for you guys? So I'll drop a link below, fill it out. There is like no cost. This is free. This is just from the kindness of my heart of like, let me see what I can do and connect. You may fill it out and I may be like, yeah, I can't help you. Like, I don't know. But you know what? It doesn't hurt to try. Fill it out. Be positive. Be open-minded. Put your heart on your sleeve. This actually, wouldn't that be the coolest thing ever? Like, oh my God, how freaking cool would that be? Like, somehow you guys fall in love deep. It's like all from one decision. Like, your whole life, like, it really is making one decision, and it's just a domino effect of what ends up happening. So anyway, this might all sound crazy, but hell, why not? Let's try it. It's a new year. Let's do it. I'll drop the link below. And regardless of what you decide to do not settle for anything less than crazy love, because it has to be crazy love or nothing. Thank you for listening. Until next time.